Hey, I'm Michelle with Michelle's Macarons. Today I'm sharing my recipe for frosted Animal Cracker Macarons. Sift the almond flour and the powdered sugar 3 times. Put the egg whites in the bowl of a stand mixer and beat that on low, medium, low speed until it's slightly frothy. Then add cream of tartar and let that go until it's a little frothier and you can see lines in the egg whites. Then slowly add the granulated sugar and don't stop the mixer this whole time. Then beat that on high speed until stiff peaks, and I like to check it once meringue starts to pull away from the bowl. Do you see what I mean there? Do you see that? If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to this video and I put pictures side by side of exactly what your meringue should look like. So see, that's done. That's real stiff peaks there. Then add 1/3 of your dry ingredients and fold that 10 times. And add another 1/3 of your dry ingredients and fold 10 more times. And if you don't know what folding is, go to this video and I tell you exactly how to fold. Even if you are a tiny baby and you don't even know what a spatula is, you will learn in that video. Then put the last 1/3 of the dry ingredients, fold 20 more times. So then keep folding until the batter will ribbon off the spatula. And I know that's been said a million times, but it really does. Look at it. It ribbons and the batter becomes very thin and the edges are jagged, but you don't want to go past that because then your macarons will be flat. So then you put that in a piping bag. I use 18-inch piping bags. Just make sure you're putting all of your batter into piping bags. So if you have to use 2 piping bags, that's fine. Just get it all into a piping bag and don't let it sit in the bowl for longer than you have to. And I've got a slip mat here, but usually I'd put a guide under here, but I guess I got a little sassy and thought I could pipe a straight line on my own. So if you want the guide, I'll put a link in the description to my website and I've got one on there. So then slam that down a couple times, pretty hard to get the air bubbles out. And then you're gonna let that dry for like a half hour, or depending where you live, if it's really humid, you might need to let it dry for longer, maybe an hour and a half, but you'll be able to tell when you can lightly touch the top of the macaron and it doesn't stick to your finger. You can kind of rub your finger over it very lightly. So then you'll bake them and let them cool completely before you take them off of the mat. So now we're gonna make the frosted animal cracker filling. So you've got the room temperature butter in the bowl of a stand mixer, and then add brown sugar and then whip that for a while until it's light and fluffy. So add the powdered sugar, then you're gonna add the milk powder and the vanilla pudding mix. And then you're adding the almond extract and salt and just a squeeze of lemon. Like, you're gonna get a little tiny lemon slice and just do a tiny squeeze in there. You don't want this to taste like lemon, you just want it to have a little bite to it. Then kind of pulse that until it's incorporated. Then you're gonna really turn that up to high speed and let it go for a while until it gets really light. Scrape down the sides. Now we're gonna make the topping. So melt your white chocolate, and then you're gonna make sure that you turned it on. And once it's pretty much melted, I add the vegetable oil. Give that a stir. Then you add some couple drops of pink food coloring. I like it a nice pastel pink. Now, once your macaron shells have cooled completely, you can take them off the tray. See, that's what should happen if they're completely cooled. Now pipe your filling on to half of the shell and sandwich that in there. Then pop them in the fridge for half hour or so, and then come back and dip them. Then dip them in the white chocolate, kind of shake it off there, and top them with these little sprinkles. I almost forgot. This is the most important part. Now you put these in the fridge for at least 8 hours overnight, or if you can, 24 hours to mature them and really get the filling to soften up the shells. Then after they've been refrigerated, take them out, let them get to room temperature, then you can eat them. That is so important. If you were to eat this macaron right now, it would be crunchy. The flavor would still be good, but it would just be crunchy and the filling would kind of smush out. So you really have to make sure you get them in the fridge and let them go and mature. There's a link in the description with the full recipe. If you enjoyed this video or learned something, hit the like button below to let me know. And if you want, follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I've put the links down below as well. It's Michelle's Macarons on both. If you want to get more macaron recipes like this and tutorials, hit the subscribe button below and the bell next to it, and it will notify you then anytime I come out with a new video. Oh, and if you're a macaron baker and you want to hang out with other macaron bakers, we've got a Facebook group called Michelle's Macarons where you can ask questions about your macarons, or you can share macarons you've made that you're proud of, and it's a fun little group. So I'll put the link down below for that too. And make sure you answer the membership questions. There's like 2. It's like, what's a macaron and which one is it, macaron or macaron? And you answer those 2 questions so I know you're not a robot. Not that I wouldn't accept a robot, I just want to know. Check out these other macaron videos. Okay, love you, bye.